Hello and welcome to Brands Hatch, as well as a packed session of action from the Coopers, Pro-Ams and Open Class. At the Mini Festival there is lots to see and do away from trackside as well. Everything Mini for young and old, from the newest to the very first of the Mini line. After the first race of the weekend, the Open Championship is as tight as you like. Just 11 points separate the top two. Drama on the warm-up lap for the second encounter. Neil Ginley going off heavily into the barriers will take no further part, but it's Ben Dimmock on pole from points leader Rob Austin as they get away, with Aaron Reeves' orange and grey car in third as they stream into Paddock Hill Bend for the first time. 6.06 Tim Bell from fourth on the grid, challenging for a top three position, but it's soon all about the lead trio. Aaron Reeves squeezes by Rob Austin for second position and then closes in on the race leader. Despite pressure from behind from Reeve and from Austin though, it is Ben Dimmock who manages to hang on in the second race of the weekend, closing the points gap once more as he takes victory with Rob Austin in third. And that means that Dimmock is just a single point behind going into the final race of the weekend.
It was a great race. We did the same yesterday. I just hope I can come and do it in the third race and make it 3 out of 3 for the weekend. But I've just pulled 6 out the reverse grid, so I've got a lot of work to do. But we'll give it our best shot in the last race of the day, and hopefully we'll get there.
Random draw grid reversal sees the top 6 inverted. Chloe Hewitt on pole in the multicoloured car from the white machine of Keith Owen. And our race 1 winner, Ben Dimmock, starting in 6th. Rob Austin's white car 4th on the grid in front. And Ben Dimmock tries to go high, finds the way blocked by Aaron Reeve, goes underneath him, moves up into 5th briefly. But at the top of the hill, it is number 5, Chloe Hewitt on the inside, Keith Owen on the outside, and 24, Rob Austin, the white car, trying to find a way through into third place. 77, that's Ben Dimmock in 4th. We go down the inside with Aaron Reeve, trying to retake 4th in Graham Hill Bend. Doesn't work out for him. Rob Austin looking to go through on the inside. Oh, and once the doors open, 3-2 as well goes Ben Dimmock. So they've gone by Chloe Hewitt. Keith Owen leads the race. Dimmock goes through into second place. Rob Austin now comes back underneath him. Chloe Hewitt in front of us in 4th. She's going to have a grandstand view of this at Paddock Hill Bend. There are the championship leaders, a point apart and half a car width between them. Austin with the inside line, braking as late as he dares around the outside. Goes Ben Dimmock, trying to get the undercut underneath him. They're both going to go by number 8, Keith Owen, I fancy. Owen out wide at Druids, over the brow, drifts out wide, through goes Rob Austin. Ben Dimmock, the blue car, number 77, can't get through. Now he tries in Graham Hill Bend, little overlap, can't get through there either. Good defence from Keith Owen. Dimmock now again looking to go up the inside through the left-hander at Surtees, and he's up to second. But Rob Austin in front of him will start to open up that championship advantage once more if they finish the way they are. Essentially between the top 2, whoever wins this race will leave Brands Hatch as the points leader. On board with Aaron Reeve, hugging the pit wall. Now he needs to pop up to the left, but instead going shallow into Paddock Hill Bend. He'll drift out all the way up to the curbs on the exit and then up towards Druids. Leaders in front of him. Rob Austin, the white car, Ben Dimmock, the blue car, and third is Aaron Reeve. Whoa, big moment from Tim Bill as he had a run up the outside of Chloe Hewitt. She got the braking done before the crest of the hill though. Unfortunately, Tim Bill didn't. However, he did manage to avoid a gravel trap, just. And there's the battle for second, Dimmock versus Reeve. And Aaron Reeve all over the back of Ben Dimmock at the moment. You can see Reeve a car width or so away from the exit curbs there on Clark Curve. Down the Brabham straight, just as you cross the line, you pop up to the left-hand side. And again, Reeve not using the full width of the road, which is unusual. He's got no one close behind him, trying to attack the leaders. He's not using the maximum width of the road on the racing line, up to Druids. Late apex, and that gives you a slingshot down the hill into Graham Hill Bend. Now he's gradually creeping closer, isn't he, to Ben Dimmock in front, and our race leader Rob Austin. So for Dimmock, not quite close enough to challenge Austin, but he has got Aaron Reeve right behind him again. Reeve closes in deep, under braking from McLaren to Clearways, and then sweeping through the Clark curve, and once more onto the Brabham straight. Everybody painted to the white line down at the bottom of the hill. And then notice how high the leaders pop up into paddock. Aaron Reeve not using that line. Battle behind continues to rage on. And there is Kevin Owen, number 8. Chloe Hewitt looking inside him. Ooh, she's piling the pressure on. He can't be unseated there though. Tim Bill right behind in the blue machine. This is 4th, 5th and 6th. And Hewitt defending against Bill once more as they get to Druids. So race leader Rob Austin under pressure. Ben Dimmock all over the back of him. Little bobble from Rob Austin trying to control the car as they go left in Surtees, right in McLaren. No matter what your vintage or mini, you've got to be committed through that left-right sweep. Same as here at paddock. Very defensive line, low down from Rob Austin. Doesn't want to leave the door open to Ben Dimmock, who cuts the corner. Well, that loses him momentum on the way out. Has to just check it up a fraction. Aaron Reeve is right there. On board in 3rd place with Aaron Reeve. Looking to the inside at Graham Hill Bend. And he knew that was going to involve a crash, so stayed out of the way. Had a lunge down the inside, braked early. Sweeping left through Surtees, and that change of direction, change your camber with it. You go over the top of the brow in McLaren and into Clearways, dropping down through the Clark curve and then climbing once more. All sorts of little elevation changes in that transmission where you come back onto the Grand Prix circuit. And of course, Brands Hatch is all about elevation change. Just look at the start-finish straight. Not only isn't it straight, it's not flat either. Plunging out of paddock, and taller drivers in these cars won't see Druids because the roof will be in the way as they go downhill at paddock. And then you see the track and sky as you come up there. Again, the battle for 4th. Keith Owen ahead of Chloe Hewitt. Hewitt under pressure from Tim Bill. She defends once more. He's going to have to try and go the long way around the outside, and again outbreaks himself, going wide out over the brow and losing a place this time to Andy Montgomery. Montgomery moving up to 6th position. Tim Bill making that mistake at Druids once too often. Leaders heading to the checkered flag. Victory for Rob Austin. Ben Dimmock in 2nd spot. And completing the podium will be Aaron Reeve in 3rd. Still so tight at the top of this open class, but that's an important win for Rob Austin. Confirmation of the result. Aaron Reeve in 3rd spot. Ben Dimmock in 2nd. But the final win of the weekend goes to Rob Austin.
Just had a feeling that I might be able to pull it off this one, because just not quite had the rub of the green on the previous 2 races, but saved it up for this one.
It was a great race, to be honest. Started P6. I knew I was going to have my work cut out, but if I didn't get through to P1 by lap 2, I said I've got no chance because your tyres just go off that quickly in this heat.
It's very hot, makes the temperatures and tyres go off really, really quickly. Had an issue towards the end, 4 to 5 laps. Engine started saying it was overheating, and then it backs off power. So I kind of just nursed it to the end.
The bonus points in the championship, absolutely crucial. Ben Dimmock with a slender lead, just 5 ahead of Rob Austin. We'll stay with us for more action here from the mini festival at Brands Hatch. Welcome back to a gorgeous Brands Hatch. Time now for our action in the Pro-Am class. 3 races for the weekend. Championship being led by Jessica Hawkins coming in, but it's very tight in the pros. And Chris Middleton, the AM leader, similarly barely ahead of Stuart McLaren. Matt Hammond, the man on pole in the pro class, ahead of Sam Weller and Owen Walton in third. Jessica Hawkins, the points leader, in fourth as they get away behind Stuart McLaren on pole position. Chris Middleton, the points leader, starting third with Chris Day tucking in between them. Vital races now, all of them for the points leaders. Simon Walton right behind Jessica Hawkins on track. Trouble for Dale Jameson in the AMS class as their championship leaders race wheel to wheel. So too at the front of the field, Matt Hammond and Sam Weller, with Owen Walton in 91 trying to tuck in. Jessica Hawkins, 31, looking to take advantage before she's clattered around at Druids by Simon Walton. More contact coming down into Graham Hill Bend. Matt Hammond wins it by half a second from Sam Weller, and in the AMS class, Chris Middleton ahead of Stuart McLaren.
Chris, congratulations. That was very tight until the very end, wasn't it?
Yeah, very tight. It's been like that a lot this year, but this is the first time I've actually come out on top, so it's a really, really good result for us.
I think the yellows played a big part in that at paddock. I see Sam lift off, I lifted off, and then as we did that for a couple of laps, everyone just bunched up behind us. I looked behind me, there's just a swarm of minis there, and I was just like, oh no. So we had to work hard as soon as the yellows got put away, but yeah, it was fantastic.
Matt Hammond will start in 5th place, top 5 reversed for the final race grid. Simon Walton, the pole sitter for the last race of the weekend in the Pro-Ams. Jessica Hawkins alongside him. Then Martin Poole, Sam Weller and Matt Hammond. Adrian Norman starts on pole ahead of Andy Godfrey in the AMS. They will start 10 seconds behind the main part of the field. Simon Walton getting away from pole position. Jessica Hawkins tucking down in behind him in the blue number 31 as Sam Weller, car number 6, goes around the outside. And that grey and white camouflage car looking to come up the inside is Jessica Hawkins into Druids. Can't get it done. 49 Martin Poole with the red car. Matt Hammond around the outside. Jessica Hawkins eased off by Sam Weller. Down to 3rd, down to 4th at Graham Hill Bend. 888 Matt Hammond right behind her. So too is 91 Owen Walton. Simon Walton then with the lead at the moment from Sam Weller. And Jessica Hawkins defending at the moment. Got to stabilise the situation, then get her rhythm back and start to creep up to the guys in front. James Goodall on the back of that field. And the AM class cars following on behind with James Goodall. Started 11th on the grid with Richard Newman and Mark Cornell right in front of him. Turning into Paddock Hill Bend. Leaders already in the braking zone for Druids. Pressure on, Simon Walton. Sam Weller, attack from behind. Martin Poole goes through underneath him. Door open for Matt Hammond. Weller drifts out onto the rumble strips. Manages to hang on to 3rd. 888 red car Matt Hammond in 4th. And then Jessica Hawkins, the BizCarts machine, in 5th. Andy Godfrey with the lead in the AMS category. Battle there between Dale Jameson and 21 Chris Day, who goes by him, both with a novice cross on the back of the car. 46 Andy Godfrey, the leader. Right behind him, number 12 Stuart McLaren. Then the 54 car of Adrian Norman with the yellow and orange, and number 50 Neil Clark behind. Around the outside comes Jessica Hawkins. Sarah Moore underneath her. Hawkins is struggling. Does that lap 1 contact hurt her in any way? Still with the novice cross on the back of her car. She's the championship leader nevertheless. And Simon Walton trying to go around the outside of Martin Poole, who grabs the lead, but does he outbrake himself? Yes, he does. Walton back in front with a little nudge. And Poole underneath him, just about getting a car length in front. Oh! Sam Weller trying to make it 3 wide on the outside. Owen Walton trying to make it 4 wide. Weller underneath as they go through Surtees and trouble. Simon Walton turned around into McLaren. Through go the rest of the field as he rejoins right at the back. Well, let's see what happened on board with Walton. And did he just get into a bit of a tank slapper? I think he might have done. Rejoins, chastened behind everybody else in the class. Race leader Martin Poole. Grey car Sam Weller. Red car with the white roof Matt Hammond. That's your 1, 2, 3. Brown and gold Owen Walton in 4th place with Jessica Hawkins right there, but they go 3 wide. Hammond with the run on the inside. From 3rd to 2nd to almost the lead at the line though. It will be Sam Weller who shows as the leader, but he's on the outside line. And through goes Matt Hammond. Weller trying to hang on from number 49, Martin Poole, who's got the inside line at Druids. Still side by side, 91, Owen Walton trying to get in there. Off goes Weller, down to 3rd. Poole up to 2nd. And then Owen Walton, 91, and Jessica Hawkins, 31, with 126, the grey car of Sarah Moore right behind. So that is 1st, and then 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th all together. Matt Hammond with his nose in front. Can he stay out front though? Martin Poole in 2nd place, just ahead of the grey camouflage car of Sam Weller. Owen Walton, 91, with the gold highlights in 4th, ahead of Jessica Hawkins, the blue machine, and Sarah Moore, the grey. Sam Weller looking to the inside, hooks the curb, can't get through there. Can he stay inside up to Druids? As Matt Hammond starts to romp away, no. Walton was trying to go around the outside of Weller there, that didn't work, leaves Owen Walton vulnerable to attack, but Jessica Hawkins knows that finishing is perhaps more important than grabbing an extra couple of points. So she doesn't press the attack. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th all together. Andy Godfrey leading in the AMS class from Stuart McLaren. And there is the battle for 3rd position. Chris Middleton, 78, being caught by Chris Day. Once Chris Day got by Dale Jameson, working his way further up the order. And now the battle on for 3rd. Chris Middleton needs to try and hang on. Chris Day, another with a novice cross. That means they've done less than a dozen races. Stuart McLaren in grey camo chasing Andy Godfrey, the red car with the white roof. So a very similar pair of colour schemes to those leading in the pro category. Back with the pros, Jessica Hawkins all over the back of Owen Walton. And Sam Weller now recovering from his earlier moment, closing in behind. There he is in his grey camouflage car. Hawkins thinking about looking up the inside into McLaren. Now, can she squeeze through? She does. Alongside Owen Walton, she's got the shorter run onto the final corner. And Sam Weller goes alongside both of them. They both compromise their line. Weller goes through. He's got a door mirror knocked out of whack. So too has Jessica Hawkins. 3 wide into paddock. Not usually a recipe for success. And Sam Weller turns in front of them, but it's a big moment for him. Hangs onto the tap slapper. Jessica Hawkins trying to come up the inside into Druid. She's alongside and holds her nerve and her line. Weller drifts out wide. Walton alongside him now in the black and gold. He can't get around. So Sam Weller made up 1 place anyway. Right behind now, 126 Sarah Moore looking to get in on the action. Well, 49 Martin Poole just clear of this little group. Weller, 2 wheels on the dirt as they transition from Surtees to McLaren. And that lost him traction that he needed to try and get underneath Owen Walton. Andy Godfrey still leading the AMS. Stuart McLaren just in shot there in 2nd place. Close, but not close enough to really push him hard. So Andy Godfrey just needs to focus on the racing line, stay away from his pursuer. Through McLaren. Long right-hander. Late apex, he can afford to drift out wide in the middle. That's the ideal line. Stuart McLaren kicking up the dirt on the exit. Last time up to Druids for Owen Walton, trying to go the long way around the outside because Sam Weller was glued to the inside line in 4th place. Owen Walton could not get by. Tantalising close in front is the tail ender Jessica Hawkins. She's in 3rd, but here is our race leader, Matt Hammond. He's going to take victory in the final encounter here at Brands Hatch, right behind Neil Clark, who he puts a lap behind. 2nd will go to Martin Poole, 3rd Jessica Hawkins by a fraction, then Sam Weller ahead of Owen Walton, and in the AMS class it is victory for Andy Godfrey ahead of Stuart McLaren, Chris Day in 3rd, Chris Middleton only in 4th position. Confirmation of the result, the AM class victory going to Andy Godfrey, and another red car with a white roof. Overall victory goes to Matt Hammond.
Just a big thanks to the team really, and Ben who looks after me. That's all I can say really. I've had a fantastic weekend. Knew I had the pace for it. Really good.
Starting from 5th, I thought it was going to be, just a fight the whole way through. Got past one car, I can't even remember now. Trying to think about it. And then all I remember is Paul being in the lead and Weller just making him go wide, and that was it. It just gave me enough of a run to get him. And because they were fighting, I think I got tapped once, and then I just pulled away, just got my head down, and just went for it.
Really good race, that one. A really good start, came up to 1st at one point and just battling behind me, and taps and sideways bits, and yeah, just one person got past and the tyres started going off a little bit, so just trying to hold it on the track and get back to the finish lines.
I feel we made the best out of a bad situation. We knew that this weekend would be tough coming into it because we had a 3-place grid penalty from the previous round at Rockingham. So we qualified 4th, which we were disappointed with anyway. Then we started 7th, finished 4th. Finished 4th in the 2nd one as well, and a 3rd there. I mean, terrible start, terrible. I mean, I think we got hit and went back down to 10th maybe or something like that, but bring it back to 3rd, it was, I'm pretty happy with that. Best out of a bad situation, I guess.
Not bad work from the rookie. She is 2nd in the championship, just 2 behind Matt Hammond. Stuart McLaren similarly ahead of a tight AM field. And that is it till next time out at Oulton Park in Cheshire.